Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh, and today finally Mazda has unveiled the all-new 2023 Mazda CX-50. Let's get right into the video. So the Mazda CX-50 is essentially their first SUV to be the luxury version of all the new SUVs coming out. The 50, then the 70, and then the 90, as Mazda has said before. So right now, the CX-50 is the beginning of that new renaissance of luxury SUVs they will be having in their lineup. And the CX-50 is actually not the rear-wheel drive platform. It is actually the front-wheel drive platform that's shared with the Mazda 3. They, of course, made it, they lifted it up, made it a lot longer, a lot more elegant looking for the off-road capabilities that this one has, of course, with the enhancements they do to the chassis and the drivetrain for off-road capabilities. So the CX-50 really looks, in my opinion, gorgeous. Mazda has so far been coming out year after year, or model year after model year actually, with a very beautiful design language, and this one is no exception. This one looks even far better than what they ever have had in their lineup. So like I mentioned, since it's riding on the Mazda 3 platform, it essentially gets the same exact powertrain systems as that one. So it has the exact same 2.5 liter naturally aspirated as the base engine, and then of course you can work your way up to the 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. Now that 2.5 turbo has a lot of torque, and since all new Mazda SUVs will be having all-wheel drive standard, that's going to be the engine to go for, in my opinion. The only downside I think that Mazda could have done with this powertrain is the fact that they should have offered a new transmission. They're still offering the exact same 6-speed automatic transmission. I'm really hoping that they do some kind of tuning, some calibration for that 6-speed automatic for better torque and higher RPMs, because right now if we look at the current Mazda 3 with the 2.5 turbo, it cuts out around I think 6,500 RPM before it even reaches the red line, which is kind of crazy even if you put it in manual mode. So I'm really hoping that in some cases they offer later down the line maybe a new 8-speed or 9-speed automatic transmission, but of course we're not sure yet. This is very early. I mean, most of the details aren't even here, like the horsepower and the torque for these two engines. But a cool little thing is they're also offering this Mazda Intelligent Drive Select, which is the MI drive. So you can change it to sport, off-road, mudding, and whatnot for the different type of drive modes. They haven't really specified exactly what the full modes are, but it's pretty cool. I like that idea. I mean, most automakers are doing that, and since Mazda's trying to more or less compete with the tier 1, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, I completely understand what they're trying to do with this model. It's kind of in the playing field of the BMW X1/BMW X2 area, and I think it's the right amount of size. I mean, it's a front-wheel drive chassis, so you're going to have a ton of cabin space compared to a rear-wheel drive chassis. The BMWs are both front-wheel drive chassis, actually, by the way. But if we compare it to something maybe like a BMW X3, that doesn't have as much legroom space or interior cabin space. So this one is going to be perfect for your family whenever you are driving or going in long distance, of course. So like I mentioned, the styling looks very nice. The front end, we have the new Mazda corporate grille up in the front, flanking with the beautiful headlight system. I really do love these new headlights. They're kind of like in a half circular motion, from what I can see. I think it's the outer side. DRLs, of course, are lit up, and then you have your actual orange lighting, LED lighting on the bottom part, where the bottom bumper is at on the bottom grille, and it looks really nice. I really like that detail. It kind of gives it, its own unique, and I'm sure at night it's gonna look gorgeous with those amber lighting. And thank you, Mazda, for giving us amber lights instead of giving us red lights like the tier 1 competition has right now, which I think is crazy to think. But amber is so much more pleasant on the eyes, and even in the rear it's going to have amber turn signals. But you see on the flanks you have active air curtains on either side. It's going to be great for aerodynamics throughout the wheel well, so then there's not as much rotational air going around and can pass through that air along the side of the beautifully sculpted exterior. Now, getting to the side, of course, we have that black plastic cladding. Remember, this is more of a off-road appearance towards, compared to what the other automakers offer. Like I mentioned, the X2, for example, it has that body cladding that we've seen on the X2. It's BMW's basically urban model, and this is kind of like that. It's kind of more of an urban where you can take it off-road, not too crazy off-road like a Jeep product, but at least you could take it somewhat off-road, and that's a pretty cool feature. I really do love the different side sculpting. It's kind of like a bubble in effect because the fenders are flared out a little bit more to add more width to the actual exterior appearance. Even from the side profile, it looks really, really good. But it has a really nice design element on that front, and in the rear it looks really good too. I really do like the all-new rear end. Of course, it's just your typical Mazda, the same kind of treatment we see up front and the headlights we have up in the rear lights as well, which is pretty cool. But like I mentioned, this is going to be a model that is going to attract a lot of people into the brand, and I see a lot of these actually selling more than the current CX-5. And the CX-5, I mean, it looks nice, but it's very outdated, and even on the interior front it's very outdated. They just refreshed it, but still, when we look at this interior compared to the previous to the CX-5, this one is leaps and bounds above it, and it just looks very, very well crafted. The look of it doesn't look like the touchscreen. It's not gonna be able to be a touchscreen. It's way too far for it to be a touchscreen, in my opinion. So it kind of looks a little bit kind of like how Acura has their setup, that it's not a touchscreen, and then of course you have to use like the touchpad. This one is going to be probably that same dial that we've seen in every other Mazda product, and I'm okay with that. Most people realize, look at what's going on right now. BMW had to go ahead and stop producing touchscreen displays because of the chip shortages what's going on right now. The huge models, the X3, the X5, the 3 Series, the 4 Series. A lot of these models are not getting the touchscreen for the next model year or whatever is being built in the current model year that we have. So if we think about that, most car companies, most people in the BMW community still use the dial. They don't really use the touchscreen, let's be honest. So the dial is still going to be perfect. A lot of people are going to go for this model just because of the fact that it has that luxury appearance that they're looking for, but they're also looking for more of a urban / outdoor adventure vehicle, and I think that Mazda is going to deliver with this vehicle, and I really can't wait to test drive this vehicle whenever it comes out. Now, the model will be actually produced and manufactured here in the United States at the Mazda Toyota manufacturing plant in Huntsville, Alabama, which recently Toyota had just started building the all-new Toyota Corolla Cross. So this is going to be built in that same exact plant, and it's going to be great because it's going to be they already added a ton of jobs over there at that manufacturing plant for the United States, and I think it's a very, very good thing that they're doing that. More jobs is so much better in this current state that we are living in the economy. Also, one thing to note is this is not only the powertrains that are coming. They said that there is for sure going to be a hybrid model as well as a full-on electric powertrain on this chassis. So I'm really, really stoked to find out how that's going to work. I wonder if they're going to use the same 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, maybe with a hybrid system. That would be really, really good. And I'm really hoping that in that version they offer the 8-speed automatic transmission that I've been hearing they've been developing. and I really hope that that's going to be in there, because the 6-speed automatic transmission isn't the greatest. I mean, it doesn't have the best kind of gearing ratio for the torque that engine has. But I can't wait to see this model in person. I really look forward to seeing it. Hopefully I get to test drive one when they come out next year. Of course, with the chip shortages, it might be a little bit harder to get the availability to go ahead and test drive this. But overall, I'm loving the design of this new CX-50. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This week is gonna be the LA Auto Show, so I'm gonna be doing more videos talking about the news that's gonna be revealed at the LA Auto Show, covering it from here. And I look forward to it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.